and welcome to another educational video about screen printing by Catspit Productions. Thanks a lot for clicking on my video today. And of course, remember that I do sell screen printing equipment and supplies. I have a storefront in Phoenix, Arizona, where you can visit me in person, and you can order equipment and supplies online at catspitscreenprintsupply.com. Okay, so today I just wanted to give you a quick, brief summary synopsis, all right, getting tongue twisted, summary synopsis of a little information about squeegees, okay, especially durometer and a few other things. So let's get to it. All right, so let's try to do this quickly. And you know, this information is covered in a lot of my previous videos, but I figured I would try to make it easy for you to access. So with squeegees, we have what is called durometer. Durometer is a measurement of the hardness or softness, whatever, of the squeegee. And generally speaking, a softer squeegee, like a 60 durometer, will print more ink with less detail, while a harder squeegee, like an 80 or 90 durometer, will print less ink with more detail. Okay, now there are other squeegees like triple durometers and things like that, but keeping it simple with the old school, very tried and true basics, that's what the story is, okay? So the lower the durometer number, like 60, that indicates it's softer, so it'll print more ink, less detail. A higher number, like 80 or 90, is harder, prints less ink with more detail. Okay, so when you print white ink on a black shirt with a wide open mesh, you would use a 60 durometer. When you're printing black ink on maybe a white shirt, maybe a half tone, you know, on a higher mesh, maybe 200, 160, you might use a 70 or even 80 durometer perhaps. Okay, so durometer is a thing to consider when you're choosing the squeegee for the print job. And you know, you want to make sure that when you're printing with a softer squeegee, again, that you don't flex the squeegee. And I have a video about that, as I believe. Okay, so check my other videos. Now, there's also wood handle and metal handle. Okay, there's a difference. There really is a huge difference. And wood handle is really for t-shirts. When you're printing on t-shirts, in my opinion, wood handle is all you really need. Okay, that doesn't mean you can't use one of these. It's fine if you like to, but here's the catch. Wood-handled squeegees will tend to have the ability to flex over a warped palette or other things, okay? And that's just because of the way it's put together and whatnot. Whereas the metal squeegee, one side of the metal squeegee hangs down farther than the other. That's usually the side in front of you when you're printing, okay? And it makes the squeegee very rigid. No matter what durometer it is, it gets very straight and stiff. So it's more suitable, in my opinion, for aluminum palettes. If you have aluminum palettes, these should be no problem. Aluminum squeegee, metal squeegee, aluminum palettes, great for posters, great for high detail, you know, stuff like that. Good for straightening out squeegee. It presses it in there very nice. Okay, whereas wood is, you know, sometimes they can be curved at the edges, and they will have a better ability to flex. And if you have palettes that are irregular, like MDF palettes, the wood squeegee is really the best choice. Another thing to consider when you're choosing your squeegee is, of course, the size. Okay, ideally, you want a squeegee that is about a ½ inch bigger on each side of the piece of artwork. So if your artwork is 5 inches, a squeegee of 6 inches would be good. So 5 inches wide, 6-inch squeegee would be ideal. Okay, so 10-inch design, 10-inch wide, an 11-inch squeegee would be perfect. And of course, you're not going to always have the exact size. You're going to just do the best to get as close as possible to being about a ½ inch over on each side of the design that you're printing. And that reduces stencil drag, because you don't want to print, like, for instance, a 3-inch print with a 14-inch squeegee, because you're pushing around all that ink and all that, and you just don't need to be doing that. So if that's grammatically correct, you do not need to be doing that, or whatever, okay? So you get the point there, right? One last thing on a personal note. Today you will see a lot of different types of squeegees and squeegee devices. And in my personal humble opinion, if you ask me what I prefer the traditional type squeegee, like a wood handle for t-shirts, and I like aluminum, metal for different types of printing where I might want high detail on a nice aluminum palette. Okay, so any type of squeegee device that flexes the squeegee blade, so to speak, in the manner that it holds it, if the blade is able to flex, that's not really the best thing, because you want, when you're using a rectangular cut edge squeegee blade, you want that edge to be straight so that it's parallel to the screen mesh, and it's going to shear the ink off in the mesh properly. And with off contact, it's going to release the ink out of the mesh as the screen releases from the shirt behind the squeegee blade. That's what off contact helps do. And I have videos about that too, because you watch all my videos, right? Make sure to check out all my YouTube videos right here on youtube.com, and remember to subscribe. If you like my videos, you like the information, the tips and advice, please subscribe to my YouTube channel right now. You can buy wood-handled squeegee and aluminum handle or metal handle squeegees in pre-cut sizes, of course, right? But for wood handle, you can also get a 6-foot handle and a 6-foot roll of squeegee and make your own custom size. Or if you like to make it a little cheaper than the pre-cut, you make your own with the wood handle. Okay, there are different ways to put it in here. Put the squeegee in the wood handle, and I have a couple videos on that, so check out my videos. Okay, and one more thing is the color of the squeegee. It used to be years and years ago, I remember when I was young, that the color used to indicate what durometer it was. And today that's only true for each specific manufacturer, meaning it's not universal. So each company that makes their own squeegee will use different colors for each durometer. For the products I sell on my e-commerce site, for instance, it's Sadi squeegee. Yellow is 70, orange is 60, and green is 80. All right, I think that's it. That's about all I wanted to give you in this little brief synopsis. And of course, remember, check out my offerings at screenprintsupply.com. Thanks a lot for watching, and we will see you next time.